Wow, you are so quick, Samreen. You are lightning fast. Literally. Ooh, it's so bright. Hey y'all. Good day! It's actually it's 11 p.m. at night. Isn't it so cool that we can connect? We're so far away from each other. But yet, here we are. Face to face. Fascinating. We were not able to do this. This was not possible decades ago, you know? I think people tend to forget about that, like the time in which humanity is. It's quite amazing. This is the great, I think it's like a speeding up, awakening of humanity is just a big ocean. Good time to be alive. It is, right? When we focus on the right things, I guess. But yeah, it's Saturday, so I mean, I'm always trying to get some practice in. Yes, Samreen. As always, I always promise the first person who comes in here and says hi. No, I can read. I want to read for anybody right now. This is I just want to kind of be relaxed. I just want to kind of be no pressure. It's supposed to be no pressure every time. But if anything, now it's going to be extra no pressure. It's Saturday night, so if anything, this should be fun. Right? I'm doing alright. You guys see my eye bags? It's not looking great. Look red as well. Is that a bad thing? Okay, so we're gonna go with Samreen since they're the first person that came in, right? Okay. Alright, just give me a few minutes here. Light my candle and all that. Just the basics, pretty much. So yeah, I'll read for Samreen, and then I'm gonna try to focus on all the new subscribers. So I basically kind of promise, at least a question to get to basically just connect with me in spirit. Okay. All right. So please, I actually, just in case I do get to you, please don't actually put your questions in the chat. I don't like to know the questions, so please, if you can retract your messages, your questions, I rather know absolutely nothing, and I would just like the information to come in very organically as usual, okay? So, I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but please don't tell me anything. So Samreen, if you could please hold a question in your head for me, that would be wonderful. I don't have my iPad. My iPad's not charged right now, so I can't show my David Hawkins chart as usual. So I'll just be describing things for now, and I'm using paper and pen basically to write. Yeah, if I need to write anything. Sorry. Okay. If I get to that, yeah, I'll try. But I'll probably go with who I'm led to, unless you'd like to make a donation. That'll get my attention for sure, and you can skip the line. But nobody ever tends to give a donation, so I'm not gonna expect that. So we're just gonna do with how I'm led, but we're gonna read for Samreen first. So Samreen, I trust that you have a question in your head. If you can hold on and focus onto that question for me, and try to stay away from questions like what's coming for me or what does my future look like, okay? Because if you ask a question like this, Spirit's likely going to show me your current energies, because whatever our energies are at, where they're at right now in the current moment, is going to be a potential reflection of what is to come, okay? So, but if we change our current energies, then we change our future, if that makes any sense, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting quiet. Kind of enjoyed. Were you guys here for my the psychic circle that I posted a couple hours ago? That was really chill. That was really chill. I really enjoyed doing readings in like complete silence. Where I actually like gave everybody, there's like a 10-minute silence thing, and I would wrote down all my notes, and then I just basically at the 10 minutes I basically said everything that I saw. So that was nice, but anyways, I'll do how I usually read. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so the first card that's coming through as an omen with regards to whatever you asked about is the Wheel of Fortune. So this usually comes out for me in a reading when in an upright position. It usually will indicate that things turning out well, but a little bit unexpected. Sort of like surprised, fortunate things that are happening where things kind of feel like they're falling in place, or you're like, oh wow, that kind of worked out for me, you know? So it kind of feels like the universe is supporting you in whatever you're dealing with. But this is just a theme, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and close my eyes. Okay. So that's not really what I expected. So I would say that this is kind of a reverse in this reversed position, because what I'm hearing is what I'm seeing is a little bit of disappointment here, and I feel like this has to do with money. And because I keep hearing you say, "Oh God, what a waste! The money went to waste. The money went to waste." Something like this. Okay. But I feel like okay, so this either has to deal with actual money or it could be symbolic. Because when I see the word money, it also means something that is important to us. Um, so it could truly be anything. Okay, it could be a part of us that we found really important, a part of ourselves that we want to respect. Um, Choosing ourselves, choosing our interests, choosing our own personal desires, whatever makes us happy, regardless of whatever people think. Okay, but then this second impression that I'm getting shows me that you have pivoted from that unfortunate event where you felt like money was wasted or you wasted your time or your energies. Now I'm feeling that you've kind of gotten over that part. And now you're saying, oh, it's okay. You know what? Whatever I lost, I still have here. So I do have, um, I still have what I feel like I lost. Okay, so that's what's coming through here. Morning. So I feel like this. I feel like some kind of anticipation for kind of some kind of event, and you're like, I've waited, I've waited, and but I still feel like there's something that you're anticipating. It's a future event. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be a month, but there's something that you're like, I've been waiting for this moment, and it's still coming. I still feel like you're anticipating whatever this is. Let's see where you're at. And here you're showing me you're vibrating at the level of joy and peace. It's a pretty big energy. And then you kind of go, you take me back here and you go passive. So I don't know what this has to do with, but I'm going to see what it is. But I'm going to ask Spirit, how are you trying to guide them here, Spirit? Okay. So they're still guiding you. You're already working in the spiritual paradigm, which is good. Um, but they're lowering you to the level of love, and they're wanting you to spend more time in your heart and stillness. So I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna close my eyes and see what it is for you. Same ream. Yes, I am spending a lot these days. Okay. So I have no idea what you asked about, but I'm seeing there's something about there's no difference. There's no difference. So I don't know if you are thinking, oh, if something's gonna change, then that would mean something, not favorable. But here, you're glad about that there's no changes. Does this make sense? You're glad about that there's no changes. You're glad that things are staying the same. Do you understand? Did you get the clarity? Does it make sense? No more concern. No more worries. This is what your higher guidance is wanting to tell you. So if there's anything that you're actually worried about something, you don't not to worry about it. Be at peace. Be at peace. Okay? It's for you. Perfect. Thank you, Sam Reem. Okay. So for people who I've never read before, but have subscribed, I know I've read for Reshma. Mr. Poundtown? Okay, thank you. I'm also single, so if you want to check me out. No, seriously. I am looking for somebody to be with. I'm not kidding. And it has to be somebody who understands like basically what it is that I do, because this is basically my life. So if they don't understand what I do, or like, they're probably not gonna be someone that I'm gonna consider. But yeah, hit me up. All right. So I'm gonna go with who I'm drawn to. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna put down some names here that I know I've never read before. So like Maria, Life of a Teenager. I feel like I've read for you, but if not, I'm gonna put your name down here. Okay. Life of Teenager. I feel like I've read for you. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I'm gonna assume. Bellamy Games. Oh. Shruti. The Dawn. I'm pretty sure I've read for you. I'm pretty sure I've read for you. I'm so sorry. But let me know if, like, I'm mistaken. I look tired. Maria, I have it, right? Bully Sharma, okay. Nutan, okay. Hello. Rohini Sin, okay. And then I'm gonna be using my tuning fork to see who I'm drawn to. And I think that is about it. Kelly. Okay. Oh, one more. Gita. Okay, I'm gonna see who I'm drawn to. Since these are all free, I'm basically just gonna see who I'm drawn to, and then I'll give the free reading that away. I don't want a warm light right now. Okay. So let's see. It's Maria. I'm being drawn to Maria. So is Maria still here? Reshma, I've actually read for you before, so I'm trying to knock down these new subscribers. I'm really trying to get at least everybody to have one kind of, one experience with me at least. So, you know, trying to win people over, basically. You know what I mean? So I gotta give our new subscribers some chance. And then also, look, if you wanna skip the line, you wanna deal with all that, you can make a minimum of $3 donation. My links are right there. They've always been there. You know, I don't get donations very much at all. So if you can afford $3, that'll get my attention. Okay, Maria's here. If not Maria, you two. Okay, let's see who else here. If Maria is not here, then I'm gonna go with. Is Bellamy here? I think it's Bellamy. No? No Bellamy? Okay, Life of a Teenager. Life of a Teenager, going once, going twice. I do have Instagram, but I barely use it, so you can just follow me on here. I'm not really active. This is the most active YouTube is where I'm most active. So. Yeah. Well, my email's there. But actually, here I'll give you my Instagram. Actually, my Instagram. Wait, hold on. My personal Instagram it's Gabriel May 2018. Okay, that's it. Alright. If not, no Bellamy? No Life of a Teenager? Okay, I'm gonna go with Kelly. Okay, I don't think I read for you before. Sound good? Okay. Just make sure that if I call your name, please do not tell me what you're trying to ask about. Just keep it in your head, okay? And then I'm just gonna trust that I'm gonna pick it up from spirit, okay? So just hold your question in your head for me. Gabriel May, like the month, 2018. Oh no, hold on. Just send me an email, okay? My email is there. Okay, so hold that question in your head, Kelly, okay? And try to avoid questions like, what is coming to me, or what does my future look like? Okay? Try to avoid those types of questions. So, the first omen that's coming through here, regards to your question, likely is stressing you out in some type of way. You're probably overworking yourself, or you're giving energy to something that is likely not giving you any return. Or, um, you know, there's likely no equal give and take, if you will. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay. So, what is looking, what I'm seeing here, they're pretty subtle, but they went pretty quickly here. So it looks like you're kind of, I think you're planning for some kind of ending. I think you're planning for some type of ending. I think you're likely going to have to brace yourself because it's going to be a bumpy road. Because you have kind of like a helmet on there. But yes, I think you're preparing yourself for some type of ending. And I feel like this is going to go fast. Whatever this process is going to go fast. You have your helmet on there, so you're protecting yourself. And then, like I said, I think this has to do with some type of ending. Okay. And it looks like also, I don't know if this is you or someone else, but I definitely, somebody is like kind of want to shirk away from responsibility at the current moment. They're kind of like, I don't want to deal with this, I don't want to deal with this. And I kind of see like birds chirping for some reason, and both of this is connected together, so I don't know what that is. Okay. And all I'm seeing here is, I don't know what this is, but I just keep somebody saying, I understand, you're so right, I understand. I have no idea what this is. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the card. Hopefully you actually know what this is about. Okay, so so your energy here, you're showing me here that you are very, very much in your power. Whatever you're doing, you're trying to make a difference in the world. You're trying to come from either from a heart place, to basically solve issues and put aside differences and, you know, try to include everybody's opinion and not be judgmental and, you know, coming from a like a just a loving place where you get to like literally bring, I don't know, you obviously have some kind of skill, talent, love, compassion, whatever it is that you bring to the table here, and it looks like you're trying to bring that long term basically, but also you're very like accountable and you want to learn as much as you can and be the best that you can be. And that's what I'm seeing with this question you asked. So when I asked Spirit where they're trying to guide you, they're wanting to raise your consciousness to the levels of enlightenment. And I'm gonna get this affirmation for you because I'm not sure what this means. I think my dog needs to go out. Okay. Does this have to do with the person? Does this have to do with the person? I didn't know this had to do with the person, but now I'm just feeling that there's somebody there that you really care about. But there's a challenge that's in relation to this person. There's a challenge. But I feel like you're taking on the challenge because you care a lot about this person. Anything else? I didn't know this had to do with a person until now. Okay, and where are you guiding? Okay, I think this is about it. I think you got it. I'm just gonna close my eyes, give you one last thing. I have to take my dog out, but let me just give you this one last impression. Okay. I think you still have to figure out where your boundaries lie with this person because you don't want to give away too much to where you are going to be stunting your growth. Okay? Because this is like a challenge for you figuring out, okay, where can I give without going too far? Do you know what I mean? You still have to put yourself first. Okay? So this is almost like a restrain yourself just a little bit. Yeah? Alright, so I gotta take my dog out. Okay, I gotta take my dog out, so I'll be back. I'll be back. Thanks, Kelly. sorry about that. Thank you. Yeah, sure. I'll put your daughter Indy here. And Hayden, I just want to acknowledge you, so I'm just say hello. Hello. I look so tired. My God. You're welcome. Okay, so I think we got all of our new Vitoka, just in case. I don't know if people are still here, but I'm going to put their names down just in case. Thank you very much, Kelly. Realize reality. Cool. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, we have, it's AK. So again, I'm just going with who I'm drawn to right now. Hey, Aria. Here, I'm gonna make you my moderator. I trust you. Okay. So yeah. Aria was Aria was in one of my the psychic circle that I hosted earlier today. She did amazing. You guys should come next time. Actually, I have one tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. if you guys want to be there. It's not too far from now, but anyways. Okay, so let me see who would be your security guard. Thanks, but I thank you. All right, so let's do is Bully Sharma here? Is Bully Sharma here? If not, let me read. I don't think they're here anymore. Is Newton here? Newton? Yeah, okay, Newton's here. Okay, so I don't want to know. But I already saw it. So current feeling and next action of husband, Manoj for Newton. Okay, we'll just do this question. Alright, no problem. Okay. So you want to know about this person, Manoj, right? Okay. Like and subscribe. Thank you. So reading for Newton. I want to know next action of husband Manoj. So I don't know if that's going to come through, but whatever spirit. So this is all filtered by spirit, your higher guidance. So they're going to give me the information that they would like you to know. Okay. I want everything to be filtered by spirit. So I'm not invading privacy. You know what I mean? And this is for your highest guidance. Whatever is useful for you to know. Okay. I'm gonna pick a card. I am so can you tell I'm low energy right now, and then when I wake up, I'm gonna feel I'm gonna look refreshed. So low energy. You guys know what I've been playing? I've been playing the new Pokemon game on on the Switch. It's so cozy. Totally recommend. Okay, so all right. So Four of Swords is coming through here as a omen for your question. Newton, I don't know. And so this usually will indicate to me that somebody is likely in a resting, recovery, revitalizing mode after a chaotic time. Recuperation, there's another R, okay? I'll close my eyes. Inhale. Go. Okay, so this one, somebody is basically, they're sad about themselves. They're sad. They're kind of like in a corner. But then I hear, I don't know where this is coming from, but somebody's not happy with them. Somebody's angry here, okay? And it's like somebody's not happy with the other person. But it's like this. It's a dynamic, like dominant, submissive kind of thing going on here. But this person is like hurt a little bit. I think their feelings or self-esteem is they're recuperating with their self-esteem here. Okay. I like this person because they want change basically, and that's where they're going. They are gonna have they are going to a place of change because something inside them is shifting here. But I feel like this has to do with help. They're getting help from somebody. So I feel like they're almost like down. They're like down, right? But then it's almost like somebody's handing them a hand, and they're like, yes, I want to come, I want to change, and so because this person truly does want to change from the inside out, this person actually has a heart. So I like this person. They're very sweet. They're very like, they listen. You know what I mean? Close my eyes one more time. Okay. I don't know who this is, but somebody is, they're very like amazed by, I don't know if, I feel like they're amazed by the other person that they're either looking at, because it's almost like an admiration kind of feeling that I'm getting. But it almost feels like it's both though. But there's an admiration like, oh, this is amazing. Oh, you're amazing. Oh, oh, wow. You're amazing. It feels like this. Do you know what this is? So if you're not experienced, if this is not what the current, this is likely what is likely to happen here because of the current moment. because I felt that this person is coming from a place of humility. Okay, cool, yep. And then they're here at an enlightenment, so this is good. Connected with spirit, and where are you guiding? Good. So they just go farther, farther outward and upward into their future trajectory. So one last thing here, and I want to get specific guidance here for you. Okay, and the symbol that is coming through here for you, Newton, is basically you have a challenge ahead, is what they're showing, but you're up for the challenge, or at least you should be up for the challenge. You should be. It's about the love of the challenge. Okay, that's what's coming through. Your higher self wants you to challenge. Wants you to channel that the love of the challenge. Okay. It's still Newton reading, yeah. See, you guys, I give you guys some time, definitely. When I read for you, I don't just keep it simple. I go in and I go all out for you guys, just because I want you guys to really, like, see that. I want you guys to feel something, basically, and so if that's my intention, that means more time for you, okay? That's for you. All right, next. Would you do that to me the way you... Oh, God, okay. We'll talk. Okay. So, Deepali. And, Mawuko. Okay, we'll see. No promises, okay? But if you're spiritual, that's a really nice thing. I would really like that if I had a partner who was very spiritual. Yeah, that's my dream, to have a partner who's as spiritual as me. Anyways, alright, let's see who I'm being drawn to here. Thank you, Newton. Okay, who's been here the longest in regards to new subscribers, okay? High exceptional case. Who's been here the longest? Who's waiting? Just let me know. Kylie. Oh, Indy. Who else? Anybody else been waiting? Candy. Okay, Maruko. Okay. So if anybody has been here before Indy, which is Kylie's daughter, then I will read for them. But if not, then I'm gonna go with Kylie. With Indy. Okay. I think... Let's see, it's AK. Let's see how far. Okay, so you're kind of new here. So yeah, I think I'll read for Kylie's daughter. Oh, I'm glad you're here, exceptional case, but I'm really trying to get some time here for the new subscribers who haven't seen me or hadn't had any time with me. Okay, good, Melissa. Okay. So basically, I'm a translator of energy, translator of symbols that spirit is basically sending to everybody, and each and every moment. Actually, there's always symbols available to us. It's basically if you're looking for them, basically. So that's what I do. I tune into people's higher guidance tune into people's intuition. I also teach this. And so I'm a clairvoyant translator, so most of the things that come through spirit in my mind are visuals, and I just talk about them. Okay? If I read for you, please don't tell me anything. I don't want to know the question that you're asking. I prefer not to know absolutely nothing about you, not even your gender. I don't want to see a picture, nothing. If you have a question, I will ask you to just hold it in your mind or send it telepathically to the universe, and then we're just going to trust that I pick up on the question, and then I'll basically bring in the signs and I'll talk about the signs, and hopefully it'll all align for you. Okay. I think I called on Bully Sharma earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna do Bully Sharma. I called on your name earlier, so now that you're here, I'll do that, and then I'll do Indy. Okay. So Bully Sharma, welcome. My name is JP. I probably read it. I'm just trying to, yeah, you know, have a heart for me, guys. This is kind of not the easiest thing to manage right now. So please, I'm trying to work with everybody. Okay, so Bully Sharma, just hold that question in your head. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible without compromising quality. Okay, so hold that question in your head, and oh, my ears are ringing right now. Whoa. Try to avoid questions like what's coming towards me or what does my future look like, because when you ask that question, you're basically, I'm a mirror for people basically. So when you ask that question, I'm likely going to be describing your current energies, because your potential future is basically a reflection of your current energies. So if that makes any sense. So if you're not giving your best foot forward in the current, then you're likely not going to have the best, you know, outcomes. You know what I mean? I didn't think I explained that well, but I hope you get the gist. So ask it in your head, ask it to the universe. It could be a yes or no question, something like this. Or please give me guidance on blank, okay? Gotcha? Got it? Just I don't want to know anything. Okay? Thank you so much. Alright. So I'm going to begin. So Bully, I trust that you have that question held firmly in your mind right now. Okay. So the first card that's coming through, just as an omen, and this carries the least amount of weight in my readings, is the Moon card. So whenever the Moon comes through a reading for me, it usually will indicate to me that somebody is likely, in regards to the question or topic that you have at hand, somebody is likely confused. Somebody is likely feeling a mix of emotions. There is likely truths that have not been uncovered, and likely people kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable when they think about this topic. There's likely things that are hidden, and truths still need to be revealed. Okay? So I'm going to close my eyes and see and get a feel for this energy. Okay. So the first thing that's coming through here is I can feel someone's attitude saying, you know what, I don't know, and I don't care. Okay, so somebody's very nonchalant here. And then I start to see a symbol that would tell me that this does have to do with a relationship and would likely require some type of energy output, coordination, cooperation, whatever. And then I actually hear Spirit's voice, who does come in time to time to intervene, to try to guide you in a certain direction. And I hear Spirit here saying, yes, just go with it, just do it. Yes, yes. So they're kind of pushing you towards this direction. Even though I kind of felt an attitude of somebody being like, I don't know, and I do not care, you know? So let's see what else this is. Okay. And second here that I'm feeling is somebody actually wants to basically give up on the situation, no longer wanting to deal with it, basically. Okay? And I need to get a little bit of clarity here because I feel like somebody has a tendency to want to choose themselves here. So I don't know if this actually has to do with, I'm going to get clarity here, but somebody has a tendency to want to choose themselves, choose their own happiness, and basically push everything else, or whoever, whatever this has to do with, to the side. And be like, no, it's all about me. I can make myself happy, so on and so forth. So let me close my eyes one more time before I take a look at the energy of this card. Do you guys know the jokester? Oh, what is that guy? The guy from the villain from Batman. What's his name? The clown face kind of guy. What's his name? You guys know? I forget what his name is. Yeah, yeah. I'm seeing his face here. And I think this is a characteristic of somebody's attitude that's coming through here, because I can see the word, like, that's telling me that somebody likes this type of character. Okay? That's what's coming through. And then I'm going to look at this card. Oh god, it's been so long since Spirit has showed me this area here. Okay, hold on. Okay. So at first, I'm seeing this is likely your energy. You were likely very, very closed off to this. Very, very closed off. Feeling as though you probably don't belong here, you're not comfortable, you don't want to give to this situation. But there's fear here. But then you actually in this current moment, okay, you're in neutrality here. So you're trying to keep yourself, you're trying to be comfortable. with whatever like comes your way. You're like trying to go like rolling with the punches, basically. Whatever happens, happens. You don't have an opinion. You're gonna sit here comfortable, even if you're not growing. Fine. That's the kind of way you're showing me. But then you're kind of raising. Your vibration is raising up here, and you're reaching levels of peace and enlightenment. So that's interesting to see. And then I'm gonna ask Spirit where they're trying to guide you. And they stop here in enlightenment. So I'm going to close my eyes, and this should be the very last impression here for you. Okay. This is symbolic. What I feel is that this last impression that they're wanting me to show you, I started to see, I think it almost looks like, I don't know, this is probably not where you actually live, but they showed me this very, very high-rise building, and you basically live at the very top in the penthouses. And all I could feel is that you just love your home, and the longer that I stayed there, I just started to feel that you're kind of secluded there. But you're content. You're content over there. So this is what's coming through. If I close my eyes one last time. You're very, you're coming across very tough. You're like, I got it. I'm good. You're like you're showing me like you're a gladiator. You're like, look at me. I'm strong. I'm a muscle guy. Yeah, you know, that's what's coming through here. So this is basically what Spirit is showing you. I don't know. This is what's coming through, okay? So again, I don't know what you asked about, but these are the signs. So hopefully it fits, okay? That's for you. Okay. Imagine they like the Penguin. I like that character, Danny DeVito. Actually, that was one of my favorite Batman villains. Thank you, Bodhi Sharma. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read for Indy. If Kylie is still here. My favorite color? Prime rib and fried. Oh, wow, that's one of my favorite screen names I've seen. Prime rib, fried rice. I like that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Kylie, I assume that your daughter is next to you. And if you could guide her and let her know, and you both, you know, she could share to you whatever the question is that she has in her head. If she doesn't want to share it, that's fine. Have her just hold that topic in her head, and let her know. I'm gonna say hi, Indy. I'm gonna say hi. How are you? And try to avoid questions like, "What's coming to me?" or "What does my future look like?" Okay. Anything else but those. Okay. Can I just get a drink of water, you guys? So. Oh no. Thank you, whoever's moderating for me. Thank you, Mr. Pound Town. So kind. Okay, so now would be the time again to bring that topic question out. Take a deep breath with me. And I'll pick a card here. Okay. So the card that's coming through here, just the first omen, actually I would only pick one card for everybody apparently, is the Knight of Pentacles. And this usually will come out in a reading when somebody is either talking about something that they want to work hard towards, be dedicated at, or they've set a goal for themselves, and it's likely that they're not going to stray away from it, okay? It's something that's going to take consistent effort and hard work with whatever it has to do with, okay? And I'm going to close my eyes. Okay. So, I felt a really, really strong, like, I don't want this, with whatever this has to do with. I don't know what it has to do with, but there's a really strong, like, I don't know, it feels like something unpleasant that whoever went through this, it almost feels like a little bit traumatic, right? But I hear spirit here saying, don't give up, okay? Don't give up. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Okay. And then here, I kind of just feel somebody So this is likely, I think that was the past, okay? Because now I feel there's a change that's happened in someone's perception, and now when somebody's like, okay, I'm okay now, I'm gonna stay in the game, and I'm gonna keep going, okay? And then I think I'm seeing my symbol here for like, it's basically I see the word math. So in my book, my symbol that kind of shows me that this has to deal with like money, career, finance, stuff like this, okay? Okay. All I know is that I feel this feels like something where obviously a change is wanted here, but as I feel like this knowledge, or not this, not this, a desire for change, it's like fear is like is like right behind it. Okay, so as this desire for change, it is like growing, fear is growing just as much, and it's like following it wherever it goes. So I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna use this level of consciousness by David Hawkins because I feel like I might be able to assist here. I might. Can't guarantee. Okay. So, Indy, I see you here enjoy peace and enlightenment with this question. So I don't know what that is, but let me ask Spirit, what are you trying to guide? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So what they did here was they basically wanted you to, I think this is almost like go back to the drawing board and think rationally. They brought you to a point of rationality, of reason, and when people vibrate at the level of reason, which is where they're trying to direct you, people think very rationally in order to try to solve their problems. So I give this example all the time. If there was a hunger issue occurring worldwide, then most of us would just brainstorm and be like, well, why don't we all invest in agriculture? So that within itself is how we're solving issues on in a rational standpoint. But once you get to that point, they show me that you kind of just project your energy gets projected back upward to enlightenment. I don't know what this means, but I'm gonna see what if I can get information here. So I don't know how helpful this is, honestly. Okay. So I feel like this has to do. I feel like this looks like your focus is on money, and that's making people feel uncomfortable. I think here, Spirit is trying to guide people on what lights people up. Okay, I feel like this has to do with career, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, but it seems as though I think people are trying to make choices that's going to create all this fortune and fill people's pockets with money. And I think this is what's creating like I don't know, like I'm not sure, like I'm scared, and because this is what I'm feeling. There's a lot of like, is this for me kind of feeling here. So I think this has to do with trying to find something that is going to light you up. And that's going to help you figure out what you basically want to study or like be when you grow up. Does this make sense? Am I in the ballpark? Let me know. I don't know. Let me know. But this seems like this is what this is. That's the message here that's coming through from Spirit, is find something that resonates with your heart. And don't follow what society thinks you should do because, you know, it makes this amount of money. Does this make sense? I am careful. So at least you can hold on to that money part, but also take in some of the advice that's here from Spirit. So half and half, okay? Money is obviously important, so I don't think people can ever turn away from that. But also consider your own happiness too, okay? Because you have a place in the world and you have value to give, and I want you to enjoy wherever it is that you choose to be in your career, okay? It's free. I think that's what it was, okay? So again, give me a break. I'm an interpreter here. This is spiritual guidance, okay? Okay. What's good? Okay, so I think we're gonna go with, who was it? It's AK? Is that who I was gonna go with? I think it's AK. Right? It's AK. Are they still here? Oh, look at that! Okay. Alright. So, hold on, let me just do a little stretch here. Oh, God. I'm 84 minutes live. Usually after 100 minutes, guys, Spirit will be like, you gotta rest. So just be on the lookout. Usually after 100 minutes, Spirit will stop the messages and they'll start sending me messages and they'll tell me, yo, this is it. So be on the lookout. It's coming soon. So it's AK. You know how this works, right? So hold that question. Don't tell me anything, please. Don't tell us anything. Just hold that question firmly in your mind. Again, try to avoid questions like what's coming towards me or what does my future look like. And the more specific your question is, the better. Alright, so I'll give you some time to figure out what that is. And then I will go ahead and set up and then I'll okay. So I'm gonna choose a card here. One and only card. Right. So yeah, also, hey guys, look, I have I'm holding a psychic circle. Today, it's 12:40 in the morning, and so I'm holding another psychic circle because I held one last night. At 10 a.m. So that's in about less than 9 hours from now. And if you want to open yourself up to your own psychic intuitive abilities, which we all have, I highly encourage you to see me there. Alright. So it's AK. We got this card earlier. So what you asked about, it's AK, is also likely causing you a little bit of stress. You might be overworking yourself. You might be giving a lot and not seeing a lot of return. You might be overextending yourself or like struggling against the current, kind of. This is what that card is. So I'm gonna close my eyes. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you there. I gotta get rest, obviously. I gotta go to sleep soon, so I have some energy for that. So, yeah, it makes sense that this might, I don't know, this might be my last reading, I don't know. But thanks all for tuning in, nonetheless. Look how tired I look. I'm so tired. Okay, concentrate. AK, you got your question? Okay, cool. Okay. So, all of this was very, very subtle, okay? So I kind of see you there in regards to this question, and I think education is something to do about this. I've never seen the word education come through, so it could be symbolic, it could be literal, but I think you're contemplating. But overall, your energy is very like low, and you're like this. I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm okay. You're kind of floating there, and you're like telling yourself that you're good or whatever, but then I see this thought of like education come through your head, and it's like it comes in and out, and I don't know if you take it seriously or not. I don't think you are. It kind of just like floats in your head back and forth, and you're like, oh, okay, and then it's gone, and then it comes back into your head, and it's like, don't tell me, I don't know, I'm still going, okay? So, but that's good that you tell me that, because this is, I'm still developing as a intuitive psychic, whatever you want to believe. So as I see new words come through, if it doesn't mean the literal thing, I actually have to spend time alone and communicate with spirit and ask and get clarity on this word. So I'm going to do that right now. But also, I kept seeing a symbol here that was coming through that's telling me you kind of have an attachment, or I try not to use the word addiction, but I'll use the word attachment to something unhealthy. Okay, I saw my symbol come through for that. Okay, so it might be this, because it felt like things kind of just, you're just kind of floating there, and you're not, I don't know, I'm going to close my eyes again. I'm not going to go too deep into this first impression, but that's what I'm feeling. Hold on. Okay. Does this have to do with a person? Are you in love? But your energy feels so like it's it's very it's almost like you're not, how can I describe this? You're very relaxed here. I feel it's almost like you're not taking anything too seriously. But with this impression, now you're showing me that you are like kind of madly in love with somebody here. But at the same time, it's you're showing me that you really like this person, but also you're like really you're trying to be really nonchalant about it, and you are being really nonchalant about it. So it's kind of like a paradox, or is that what they call it? Paradox? I think that's what it is. Hold on, one more. Okay. So this either is telling me what I just saw is either telling me that you either have self-sabotaging dialogue. I don't know. You gotta tell me, because I'm interpreting this. It's either self-hatred, or you really don't like what's going on, to where you've retreated and withdrawn, and now you're kind of just making yourself happy. But I'm more inclined to think it's the first one that I saw. Okay, so you gotta tell me which one that was. And I wanna know what this education is. Okay, I'm gonna ask what this education is. Okay. Yes. I believe you're actually you're learning about choosing something that means something to you. Choosing something that actually lights you up. Okay? Choosing something, and I feel like this is almost like new to you for some reason. I don't it's almost like your first time or something like this, cuz I think you're I'm being shown here that there's something to learn here with regards to this education, and it's about love. But truly, you're actually choosing yourself, because this topic about love is important to you. So as you choose something of your passion, you're allowing yourself to be you, to light something up that resonates with you. Does this make sense? One more. But you have trust issues, and you have despair. Okay, so you're vibrating well at joy, peace, and enlightenment, so that's good. And where are you guiding here? I think this is going to be my last reading, guys. And so they just bring you higher, above enlightenment, and farther into your trajectory. This might be my last reading. Okay, this is all about self-love here with you. It's all about self-love. Because you're not actually choosing yourself. You're not honoring yourself. You're not loving yourself 100%. If this makes sense. And a symbol is coming through here for me that's telling me that you're getting mixed signals from the universe, so you don't know what to do, and you're likely jaded because in the past you gave away too much, and in your perception you lost. So Spirit's here and trying to use me to tell you that you're kind of in the position, but you're not even paying attention to it, is what I'm feeling. But you're in the process of trying to choose yourself, but still give away some of the energy to X, Y, and Z, okay? Because you need that in order to grow, but at the same time, learn how to not lose yourself. You're trying to find that balance. Does this make sense? You're trying to figure out how to give again, but to remember how much to give, not too much, so that you do not stunt your own growth. Does this make sense? Yeah. But I can tell you're just like, it's almost like you took it feels like you took a backseat, like, and you're like, it feels like you're so good over there. You're like, whatever, in a way. But Spirit is trying to wake you up here, actually, to be honest. Because you can, if you believe that you're worthy, and you are, because Spirit is here basically telling you that you're worthy. So you got to start believing that you are. And yeah, don't settle. Alright? Did my best. But yeah, this is going to be my last reading. I'm pooped. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta wake up in like 9 hours. So, thank you everybody. I'm sorry. Tomorrow's Sunday, okay? It's my last day before I go back to work. Okay, I'll try to hit you up, sir. Oh, I'm so sorry, AK. I'm sorry. Alright, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much. Right. We need that time for ourselves, so. Tomorrow, I'll be doing, like, I'll be on, like, a whole lot tomorrow, okay? I do have lunch tomorrow. I'm gonna go eat crabs. My favorite. Thank you, AK. Thanks for the love. Appreciate it. And hope to see you guys again soon. Tomorrow, okay? Silky, listen. I'll give you... You're doing a really good job at giving me a guilt trip here, so I promise I'll give you a read tomorrow, okay? I feel so guilty. I let you down. Okay, I remember your name, okay? Silky, okay? Okay. You too, Mamugo. Well, listen, look, these are free, right? If you guys want to make a donation, $3 USD, that's all it takes. But no one ever seems to want to give. So, what can I say? I don't think $3 is much, to be honest. Anyways, listen, you guys, Spirit's always guiding you. That doesn't even matter to me. My whole message is here is that you are loved by the universe. And so if you want to get messages for yourself at any time, receive symbols, hear them, feel them, smell them, that is totally possible. And that's another reason why I'm here on my channel, is to teach this to everybody who wants to learn. It takes effort, obviously, but it's very, very possible to experience the beautiful synchronicities of the universe, and that our existence here is not by coincidence. No, it is by grand design. So that is all. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Again, my name is JP. Thank you for watching. One love.